Ring Magazine belt has been confirmed as of June 1st, by the way. I don't even know what day it is today. Well, it's the 2nd. Yeah, it's the 2nd. So as of June 1st, Thursday, they have confirmed that the Ring Magazine belt will be at stake for Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. It'll be Errol Spence's first crack at the ring belt. I think it might be Crawford's third Ring Magazine belt. He was identified, I believe, don't quote me on this, as the #1 guy at lightweight, even though he just held the WBO, maybe because of politic reasons. I don't know. I don't remember. And in addition to that, he held it obviously as Undisputed versus yo boy, yo mins, my guy. From the Boondocks, Julius and Dongo. So this would be his third crack at the Ring Magazine belt. He says it's the most important belt because it's about the #1 guy in the division. It's about being the guy at the division. And they already said they was going to put this belt up for Manny Pacquiao or Errol Spence. Don't forget that. So like I told you guys, man, because they probably thought the human element of it was, they probably thought that Spence and Crawford wasn't going to happen at that point, especially with the amount of pay-per-views Spence and Pacquiao would have did. So they didn't think Spence and Crawford would work. So I don't have nothing against the Ring Magazine. I just call them how I see them. But Biggie said, I just call them how I'm seeing you niggas sound like me. You know, I just feel that it's a conflict of interest with Golden Boy owning the Ring Magazine. There's no, it's hard to have that 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, or any separation from your company and from your promotional company to a ring. So that's why I really don't hold prestige in this shit no more. I believe the WBA was the original ring belt magazine. I could be wrong about that. I believe it was. I believe it was. So, but yeah, conflict of interest. Like I told y'all, if you ever worked in a plant or place of employment that had union, it's the management, and then when disputes can't get handled, it's labor. Labor is the third party that handle the disputes. They're nor with the company or nor with the union, so they're obviously they're obviously a non, they absolutely are a third party. They're actually, no ties usually, right? So, like I said before, I don't know how you can feel like you got a convincing, thing with the Ring Magazine, because you got to be consistent. Even though they got this right, they got a whole bunch of other shit wrong. How you gonna sit there and say, well, I'm gonna put the belt up for Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence? Come on, if it's about to be #1 and 2 in the division, and how can you have clarity even though in situations where you don't have a dog in the state in a race, but you're still a promotional company, and some of your riders and your bosses said some racist ass shit. Not saying that, third parties or parties not involved in situations can't say racial things and make mistakes, but come on, man, that's why I don't count it. And somebody come out here and say, well, the belt free, and man, nobody, man, come on, man. As soon as De La Hoya bought it, it lost prestige. And I say the same thing if anybody bought it. If Showtime Boxing bought it, I say, well, that's why I tell y'all to watch what y'all listening, watch what y'all reading on boxing scene and shit like that. Because boxing scene is owned by Viacom, which is on Showtime. So now you see the narratives and the biasness and the fake. That's how they put their fake numbers out there to begin with. That's how they put their fake numbers out there to begin with. So yeah, I be trying to tell y'all, man, that you gotta watch that shit, bro. There's a bunch of conflict of interest in boxing, not just to point out Golden Boy. And like I said, the ring belt with them having it, man, it is what you want to believe it is. It's nice to see Terence Crawford get 3 and be identified as the ace in the bullpen or the #1 guy in 3 different weight classes. But the shit don't mean what it used to mean. really can really give it to you. I can really say about that. But for Terence Crawford is always exciting. I mean, Errol Spence is always excited to get the first crack at something. You know, so he can call himself, at least I was the uno in the division. It's out of stretch of the imagination he win on. Like I said, after he fought Ugas and I seen the way he was turning his shots over in that fight and the energy that he had, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous opponent. Like I said, when I talk serious about boxing, no bullshit, joking around. A lot of my jokes got a lot of truth to it, though. But every joke they say got some truth to it. But I'm talking this real boxing shit. I ain't gonna short you. I'm gonna bless you. It just depends how y'all responsive to the real boxing shit. Cause you know what people want really, they want a minstrel show like that coke sniffing nigga over there. I ain't gonna say his name. Always touching his nose and shit. And he just, you know, these niggas, they don't be real, bro. They just go with the popular opinion so they can just keep raking in money. Like I said, there's space for everybody on there. I mean, you know, sometimes some of us with women where you got a lot of their ass. One thing I ain't gonna like, or stressing, one thing I ain't gonna lie to your ass about, you know, is, you know, real shit, but you know, what you wearing and shit like that, like, that's kind of to know, like, what it really is. How a woman dress, how she carry herself, how clean she is, her nails. Her nails ain't got to necessarily be done and shit, but they clean and she clean, she carry herself a certain type of way. That's cool. But she out here dressing like a hoe, then you perceive like a nigga that just want to fuck. Cause that's all you got to do with it. That's all you gonna want to do. But it's the way you carry yourself. But some people just don't. Some people just, you know, slaves to cash. In my personal opinion, dude, I just keep it real. Like ODB say, keeping it real, son. You know, but yeah, shout out to them fighting for the ring belt. It took them long enough to, you know, make that announcement. Maybe they didn't want to step on the fight. Maybe it had to go through some votes. Maybe they wanted to wait till the perfect time. I thought the press conference was going to be Thursday and Friday. I don't know. You know, Al Heyman probably going to have the first press conference the week of the fight and the final press conference the week of the fight. You know how these jokers is. So, these women with their bonnets out in public, bro. That's another thing, bro. Like, nah. Don't bring no bonnet out in public, bro. You better go get one of them Jamaican or African wraps around your head. I seen this young guy at the gym with a bonnet on. He was black too, man. Hurt my soul. Hey, it is what it is. You don't have that man there to check you and let you know what it is. And a woman just doing all the raising. What can you do? What can you do? But yeah, it's exciting, bro. So another trinket on the shelf. Most people thought it was probably already announced that they'd be fighting for the ring belt already. So don't surprise me. I don't think they want to step on the parade. But like I said, they don't mean what it used to mean. And people can get mad at me saying that and, you know, whatever. But it don't mean what it used to mean. But at least it's free. But, you know, in the sanctioned belt bodies, you know, some people making the case the sanctioned belt bodies supposed to be third parties, but we all know they influenced by that cash. We all know they influenced by that cash. So we know what time it is. We know what time it is. So it is what it is. They say money is the root of all evil. Used to be back in the the ancient days, used to have to barter for things. That's how you got your shit. Wasn't no money, wasn't no currency. I was listening to the 5150 show, kind of veer off topic for a second. Corey was talking about how Women's Virginia is now a high form of currency, and they was talking about how that type of, you know, trade out here in third world countries, they doing it for places to stay in America. I mean, it got real deep. Check out the 5150 show, Corey Holcomb show on YouTube from last week. It's always good, but last week was really good, man. And you know, it was really good, bro. Information about about women's Virginia and what is going on in this country and what's going on in a lot of other countries. And you know, some people could say, well, the passport bros might be in trouble and all that. I mean, an alarming clip at these girls' age is what they, you know. So, but hey, sometimes you don't travel, you don't get the information, you don't read, you just don't know. But yeah, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good313, Venmo, CJ Good313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, TikTok, the whole 9. Check out the welterweight boxing talk playlist, boxing news playlist, more videos like this. Peace.